All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Blue Eye Samurai, episode 7.
That was such an amazing, just set piece of action and violence.
Yes.
But
we got out.
We got out, which wasn't exactly the plan, but
No.
end up by just still alive, which is a bit of a problem. But hey, you're alive. You may have been shot, your sword may be broken, you may have sustained a whole lot of injuries and stuff.
But jumped, 150 feet into the water.
That's nothing, nothing.
Yeah.
But you're alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
Absolutely insane.
Yeah, do they immediately, send people after you to kill you so you can't recover? Or are they just like, okay,
she
cool.
destroyed everything below them,
right.
on the way there.
They're just like, okay, yeah,
who's left to send?
We don't have any more dudes now. Yeah, they're all somewhere else. Yeah, and we got our Shogun plan that we got to do. So,
And a lot of ways they might need to move fast because if she has any desire to screw them over, short of getting revenge, she can pass along.
A little anonymous tip or something.
Yeah, just heads up. Yeah. By the way, just letting you know, there's a guy. Don't let him anywhere near, the capital.
And the way I know this is because I killed one of the Shogun's emissaries who was talking about this.
Yes. Right. Actually,
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of a problematic way to do it, but
that'd get the message across.
It would. And Taigen could be the messenger. It doesn't have to be Mizu.
Yeah.
Taigen has a unique connection there.
Sure.
Through,
Akemi, being a respected member of society.
I was gonna say the Akemi situation. But But there's ways. But our enemies to lovers situation is going strong.
Right. As soon as they both heal, then I'm sure they will.
Yeah, we'll
figure things out.
We'll have them figure things out. They've gone through an ordeal together. So y'all. Without further ado, let's get into this.
Hello?
Hey!
Hello in there!
Yeah!
Oh, okay.
I have dying people, or maybe they're already dead. I'm too scared to look, but even though I'm really mad at one of them, I think you know him. I've been walking for days, and bad guys are after us, and I don't know where else to go.
Oh.
Dude!
I have a sword.
Mizu, come inside.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
All I needed was to hear the sound of the blade.
Yep.
Okay, all back. It's all coming back to me now.
My cage. So many years. Made the Shogun unspeakably rich, and all I had to do was hide. Won so much gold in there. Fuck 10,000 times. I never want to see it again.
Damn.
Adieu.
I love Abijah. He is
deplorable
and terrible, and he is so fun to watch.
Our spring procession to Edo. You promised we wouldn't be bored.
Every night a delicacy. We should send word of when the weapons arrive. Friends are nervous.
Let them be nervous.
But you do know when.
Now, what's planned for tonight?
Orgy,
Oh
my
my
friend.
gosh. That's hilarious. We got them going on their little pleasure montage.
I kind of love that, because they both hate each other.
Oh.
Something new. Pleasure as always.
Oh.
Hey.
Always a pleasure to serve you. Safest travels to Edo.
I like to think we gain strength from pleasure. But our army is nothing without guns.
Are you like an old woman?
Like someone about to go to war with the entire shogunate.
The guns will be smuggled in on fishing boats in 2 days. Army will take the castle, and I'll personally execute Shogun and the entire Ito clan during the Council of Elders at the Spring Matsuri.
He's out of breath?
Is someone working him?
Who will take his orders?
Oh, is he coming? Oh. Ha! Oh. God. Wait.
didn't say stop.
Wait.
Well, she knows fucking his.
The shipment comes in 2 days. Scour every port and fish yard. Open every box, bribe any man at any price.
Yeah.
It will be my privilege to kill Fowler.
That man would be a plague on Japan. There is no sharing power with him.
Yeah.
Find those guns before they reach Edo. Bring them to me. Now.
Damn. Okay, well, it makes sense that he would betray him, but I don't know if Abijah gave him the
right info.
Honest info, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Every lord has brought us their finest. Find a smile. What can you possibly want that isn't right here?
I want to not be forced to marry some horrible man I don't know.
When in your whole life have you not gotten what you wanted?
Whoa.
When you blackened my teeth.
Just trust me.
Oh? Oh.
Cute little critter.
Hello, friend. How long have you been in there?
The parallel.
Yes.
Its whole life.
And then the point of view.
It's spring outside.
Beautiful.
And then she gets to the wall.
I was going to make a joke earlier, but...
Yeah.
I tell you, you were born to kill.
You saw something beautiful and your first thought was to kill it. You're as cruel as they say. You have nothing to say for yourself?
Shogun's son, probably.
Yeah.
Well...
All right.
Are
Fun.
bold to speak to the young master so plainly.
A wife should be like tofu, unnoticed, colorless, and bland.
He won't even talk to me.
Oh, the young master doesn't converse with any woman.
His first wife wishes she
Damn.
followed it.
What happened to her?
She went back to her family.
In an urn.
He is as ruthless in bed as in battle.
Your fiance's favorite position? With an obi around her neck.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I don't think they're exaggerating or like
Nope.
trying to like bully her. I think they're being completely honest.
That is an option, but do you want to do that?
Akemi, heaven's child, get away from that window. This is your ambition now?
Is there another way out? Or wait for an obi? Sadly, I lack the courage. I don't need your advice on marriage or love or whatever you think you're an expert on today.
The only thing I have ever known everything about is you. A gift from me.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
We stopped playing when I was 12 because I beat you every time.
Why? Because you learned.
Whoa.
Okay.
What you resent is being someone else's property.
Women shouldn't be property.
Well, they are. And tomorrow you go from your father's to Master Takayoshi's. I tried, with the time I had, to ready you for the world that is, without your father knowing. Often without you knowing. You think you sneaked into the library to read all those years.
Whoa.
You are equipped to do more than survive here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Expand your territory. Find the vulnerabilities. Win. You learned.
After tomorrow, I won't be your responsibility ever again.
Blame me if you must. I was no better a mother than I was a warrior. I did enjoy the job more.
Damn. You're back home.
Yeah. So familiar, and yet it's been so long. I mean, we gotta reforge,
Someone is
you know,
awake.
a sword.
Tell me
Yeah.
if Kaike never wakes up.
Thanks to your apprentice, you did not die. Your soul is stubborn.
I'm not Mizu's apprentice.
Nice.
Okay.
Will Taigen live?
His soul is also stubborn.
I mean, yeah, you guys have recovered pretty well so far.
How can I help you today, Master? I washed your clothes. You probably didn't know they were so dirty. They look so much nicer now.
You can help me by providing silence.
My dad loved silence too.
You're alive.
Everything hurts. Kohama?
Near it.
Nice.
So this is where you disappeared to all those years ago. This is where you
Smart.
trained.
No one in town cared if I starved or died.
Little smile.
He took me in.
You have to let me thank you for saving me. Hard enough to admit you did.
You don't owe me anything.
Oh.
Look at the trees. It's as if they bloomed especially for the wedding.
Familiar
That?
face.
Yeah. Is that her? Yeah.
You're a long way from
Yeah.
home. Yes, Madam Kaji. Or do I have to recite some Renga?
Akemi?
So is she gonna try and use this as the way to be like,
You have wife teeth.
Every paying customer in the country is in Edo for the spring Matsuri. But why are you here? And in the Shogun's crest?
The lavish royal wedding seems is mine.
She really is a real princess.
Oh, of course she is.
I'm in a snare, surrounded by snakes.
I will trade lives with you right now.
You've been servicing the road-weary crotches of every man here to pay obeisance to your new family.
Whoa.
You don't understand.
That he's a beast? He's a man. All men are weak. The ones who act beastly are weakest. They penetrate
Damn.
women and think that makes them powerful. They want to be diapered, spanked, and breastfed, then strut away like they conquered an army. Nurture his weakness, be his strength, and he'll worship you.
damn.
Stop running to and from men and decide what you want for your fucking self.
Oh shit.
I want to be in control of my life.
Take control of his, princess.
Okay.
That's
All right.
kind of what.
Yeah.
That's what. That's.
Okay.
That's what her guy was saying, basically.
But
But
going to kill her with the rest of them.
yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But that's what he was trying to tell you, basically, in a much kinder, more
You had a place
empathetic
here
way.
once.
I have no place until I've had my revenge. For that, I need my sword.
Hey, you've got all the pieces.
Can you fit them back together?
No.
No.
Broken is broken.
Then it must be remelted and reforged.
Your sword broke because the blend was wrong.
It was perfect.
It was too pure. Metal wants to be blended with new steel.
You have steel for me?
No.
Then give me a sword.
No. The fire in you rages beyond control.
Just the most casual.
I'm not the child you once knew.
That child understood the meaning of a sword. I have no steel for you.
Damn.
Wow.
Then I will make my own.
Oh my gosh. Making the forge and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got it nice and hot. That's
Uh-huh.
a start.
Cool.
Fun.
What you looking for, Tigan?
Old home, maybe. Family.
Sure.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Fear.
Your tools you use in place of hands. Who made them?
Oh, I did.
Why?
To be useful.
Is that all?
Well,
I want to be a samurai. I want to be great. Samurai needs hands.
Do they? As a sword maker needs eyes.
yeah.
An accident or by birth?
Birth.
Oh.
Your eyes?
Of fire.
And now fire listens to you.
He's like, I like that.
Yeah.
All right. He's still work with it? No, you cannot.
It didn't melt. Oh, shit.
Dang. Oh my gosh.
Oh, steel wouldn't form for me.
So what? You have to go after that son of a bitch Fowler before it's too late.
Sword is the soul of the samurai.
No, that's just what they tell first-year students in the dojo. Maybe better than me. And no one is better than me. You could beat him with a hammer. Here, get up.
Master Age, you won't like you moving things.
I'm in way too much pain.
Yeah. He's like, nah, this is a bad idea.
Reopen those wounds immediately. Oh, shit.
Okay.
All right, we're going for this.
Simba Nala.
Yeah. Whoa, hey now.
Wow,
Whoa.
wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Hot.
Let's forge something new together. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Taigen?
Must be missing Akemi.
Something I need to tell you. You'll never see Akemi again.
What?
She's in Edo, marrying Takayoshi Ito.
And you just let them take her?
It was for her own good.
I have to go to Edo.
No, it's too dangerous. Fowler is plotting an attack on Edo Castle. He has an army armed with foreign rifles. He'll move to strike during the Council of Elders.
You've known. What kind of samurai are you?
I'm going to kill Fowler.
Not for honor or hate.
Oh,
You
yeah.
really are a demon.
Well, it's all these other people die too. Like,
Right.
Who cares?
I'm going to Edo to warn the Shogun, and then I'm going to find you and kill you.
But there's your sword if you want one.
Yep. He's basically saying, come follow me.
I offer a seat to celebrate the union of my second son to the only daughter of Lord Daichi Tokunu.
Oh my god. That's so funny.
May her womb be as fruitful as your
That's so funny.
Yeah.
He's like,
wait a minute.
Your meal was prepared especially for you. Rabbit liver in a velouté of horse semen. For fertility, I do hope you can handle your duties as an Ito wife.
You'll find I can handle anything.
Chilled fox brain for wisdom. A potage from fetal pig's blood for youth and vitality. This one was your husband's idea. Such a sweet boy.
oh.
Damn.
No, I just realized. They were saying how you need to, take control of his life. The mother has basically done the same thing with the son and the...
Oh, yeah.
Like, this is the war she'll wage, basically.
Sure.
Everything crumbled. Your steel.
Perhaps a demon cannot make steel.
Is that so?
I love how he always answers back with a question to be like, are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Maybe they're right.
I did not train you to be a demon. I showed you how to be an artist. To be an artist is to do one thing only. I make swords. I cook for strength to make good swords.
You think revenge is an art?
It is all the same to an artist.
Then I am a bad artist.
An artist gives all they have to the art.
Yeah.
I made my best blades when I had an apprentice.
I thought I annoyed you.
Both are true.
Yeah.
There may be a demon in you, but there is more. If you do not invite the whole, the demon takes 2 chairs, and your art will suffer. I only know how to make swords. Each morning, I start a fire and begin again.
Again, yeah.
Nice.
It's time. A new day. Who will you be today?
Maybe test what he said about adding some impurities.
Yeah.
Like tofu.
Fun.
Ready to be devoured. Since you enjoyed your dinner so much,
He provided you breakfast and lunch.
Kill my bird and make me eat it? Give me 2 more? Say something. Was it beneath you to speak to me?
Oh.
It was an apology for my mother.
The weakest of all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your gift was sincere. Can my husband forgive me for striking him? My husband has no cause for shame with his wife. The most brilliant tutor I ever had a stammer. Lesser teachers laughed, but I knew it was because his mind was so full of thoughts, his mouth simply couldn't keep up. I always had a devastating crush on him. Again.
Smart. Yeah.
Can my husband forgive me for striking him?
Yes.
Would my husband recite for me?
Oh.
Nice.
This is really cool.
Yeah.
Take the shame out of his voice.
Right.
And you'll actually, like, have him feel safe around you. Because
shit.
Oh my god.
Badass. I love it.
This is hot. What? Oh.
You know the Heart Sutra?
The body is emptiness, and emptiness body. All things are only empty. Nothing is born. Nothing broken.
On my back, yeah. I can't reach.
Cool.
There are some things I cannot do alone.
Cool.
All right, time to
love
pass
it.
through the fire.
Stoke the fire.
Let us share this pillow.
Cool. Now he's reciting the sutras as well.
I've long traveled the pathway of my dreams.
Nice. Okay. All of it.
All right.
Whoa.
Cool. I love it.
Those will all get forged into the sword. Yes. Whoa.
This is so badass.
Yeah. Nothing. Yeah.
Searched every boat and every cart on every coast and found nothing. I fear your white man is a fraud, and you are on your way to your death.
Finish your business. I have something to show you.
Yeah.
Because
here are the
I
guns.
asked for 2 condemned men. They sent 4.
Gotcha. So he's gonna shoot them from here. This is part of his game.
Yeah.
Oh, good aim. A little bit more power.
To test our guns. They're right here. My country's history is one of manufactured suffering. Boy, when the Tudors burned any food the rebels under O'Neill might think to eat.
Whoa. Yeah. Yeah.
You get resourceful in a famine. My parents died early, left me and my sister.
Yeah, Irish potato famine, yeah.
Rats ran out quick. Fed my sister on my blood. Kept her alive an extra 2 weeks. I didn't sleep for 3 days to protect her body. I cut out her kidneys and buried her. I haven't eaten a single meal since. It was the last thing I ever did because I had to. I control my life now. Every bite.
What? Yeah. Yeah, they sent me 4. Yeah. Yeah.
Master Chiba tried to steal my delivery. He had a mind to lead our coup without us. You want his thumbs?
What about his soldiers?
They're your soldiers now. Seems we lost our man on the inside. Seems you'll have to do Chiba's job in the castle.
Oh my god.
Holy
Here we go.
shit.
I love it. He's not like necessarily unaware, like he could know, but either way he's like, no, I handled it.
Yep.
Now you're with me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A sword from this steel could kill a god. We'll make a blade from this worthy of your purpose.
No. I must go to Edo and kill the man I am sworn to kill. If I succeed and I'm still alive, I will return. You can determine if I am worthy of a sword of this metal.
Wow.
Made by your hand.
Are you going to pay me?
I know you were excited to be my teacher. Maybe for years. But Master needs me.
Fantastic.
Goodbye, Sword Father.
Nice. Back to the start.
Take your belongings. Your services are no longer required. Tell Lady Ito she can stop curating my meals and my company.
Yeah.
Cool.
But who
Nice.
will attend to you?
Nice.
I love it.
I was right. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right.
Princess,
Yes.
this isn't a summons.
Amazing.
It's a business
Yes.
proposition.
Oh,
Yes.
fantastic.
I now have money of my own and would like to buy out your lady's contracts.
Holy. All of them.
5 times what each owes you. No terms. Other than that, each woman consider herself free and free to go.
I don't have to become a prostitute?
Oh.
You don't owe us. It seems I've decided what I want for my fucking self.
Yeah.
I find myself in need of new attendants. You'd have to live here, though.
In your palace?
There is opportunity here. I need friends I can trust.
Yeah.
Friends experienced in the world.
Amazing.
Fantastic. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has you to thank for this. Like,
Yeah.
Well done.
And she made out like a bandit.
Like the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Oh, she's gonna cry. Like.
If you don't want to stay,
Of course I want to
It's
stay.
awful to you. You have to leave. You're in terrible danger here.
Oh.
Father, I didn't know what to do but to come to you. Tell him what you told me. Go
Yeah.
on.
There's a plot. A white man is planning to attack Edo Castle and kill Shogun Ito and his whole family. Foreign guns, accomplices within the court.
Did he say when?
The Lord's Assembly.
You may have saved us all, including my daughter. Who else knows this?
No!
No one.
No!
I cannot thank you enough.
No!
Oh my god.
Oh!
Oh my god.
I told you to trust me. You won't be married to some horrible man for long.
Oh my god.
Why did I not see that? Like.
People will rally around you when the Shogun and his sons are gone,
Yes.
allowing their power to
Yeah.
fall to me. Shared with my new partners, you'll be safe here till it's over.
Oh my god.
You can thank me.
I love it.
That was a
fantastic twist.
Like, it's been set up for a while now that this is the kind of man he was.
Right, that's how he got his power in the first place.
Right,
by
right.
being
Yep.
a great warrior and all that stuff and taking what he wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love it.
Cool.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be enough to just kill the Shogun. You'd need to have like a
Can I please have my attendants like come stay with me here? Like you know?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Holy.
That was such a great way to set up the finale.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
As far as
Like,
the finale goes, we have the army on its way. We've got our antagonist coming with, having just made another small victory in pulling one over his accomplice
handler,
here,
yeah.
his handler.
Mhm.
Then everything to do with Mizu coming into the realization of what it means really to be who she is. She's not a warrior. She's an artist. And what she's doing here hasn't been, fully devoted to it. She's been distracted.
Well, or rather, she hasn't been distracted, and you need those little distractions. You need those impurities to actually strengthen the steel.
Sure.
Right? And so, yes, her focus was absolutely single-minded, but that actually could lead her astray.
Sure.
Then that's all that she's leaning on, and then if there's something that basically damages it or gets in the way of it, then that actually becomes problematic rather than something you can roll with. And so now she's been properly tempered, just like her blade. Well, except she doesn't actually have that blade yet. She's just going in with a regular blade. Awesome. She's got Ringo with her. I'm so excited. I'm so hyped. Like with episode 6, that was such a just spectacle of awesome, right?
Yeah.
There was a part of me that's like, did you jump the shark show? Like
maybe a little bit.
You know, maybe a little bit. You know, like how do you follow that up? How do you not have that be the end of the season?
You breathe.
You breathe.
7,
right? But
and
then
you give us the finale that we want in episode 8.
Yeah.
Now the thing is that the show has more than one season. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so there's going. I mean, it's not out yet, but
right.
The show's not going to be over after this. So.
Yeah, so who knows what's going to happen here? But then also the like everything that happened with Akemi, that was fantastic. Like,
yeah, I loved the way that we were pulled through the emotional roller coaster of, hey, in this world and the way women are treated, we have men specifically that have been putting themselves into a position where they can then give you the highest benefit that they can without changing anything dramatically.
Right.
Now, I love the connection that we made with the guy that's been really like kind to her and really like
her grandpa.
Is that her grandpa?
I believe so. Yeah, because it's her mom's dad.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, he's been doing so much to make sure that she'll not just be like thrown to the wolves basically, and has tried to make sure she gets educated in ways that she wasn't even told to or planned to be.
Yeah.
And so now that she's gone through all this, you know, actual like real world experience stuff, she's also been tempered, and yet she has still the old mindset of like, but I have to rail against the cages. I have to rattle against them. And he's like, no, that's not what I want for you to do, is just, you know, rail against it. You need to have mastery over it. You need to become something from this forging. You're going through the process to become a fully realized person, and it sucks, yes, but
right.
You need to have something come from this pain, like
right. I'm not going to tell you that this is how things should be.
No,
but
no one's saying that.
But this is the way that things are right now, and in order for you to be able to survive it, I need you to accept it.
Well, yeah, it's literally the forging analogy. Yeah. It is the you must pass through fire. You have been equipped though to pass through fire.
I haven't done a perfect job, but I've done the best I can to give you the tools.
Right. But it's the thing that actually, in a lot of ways, it was so like frustrating. Was the like, no, you're spoiled. You're absolutely like hypocritical in the idea that this is such a horrible situation for you. It's like, no, we've given you the best situation in terms of what's possible. Yes.
Right. Within a bunch of shitty options, right? We gave you the best one.
Yeah, we literally did. And in a lot of ways it's still something where it's not that shitty. It's literally this woman over here would kill to be in your position right now.
Yep. And
you can go and, do something different. You could run away and live in poverty and eventually die of some random disease, before you necessarily even have like
and I love
your life,
I love the idea also that the whole situation with the Shogun's son, right? That the fears that she had about him and the rumors about him could have theoretically been true, right? They could have absolutely been true, and then it's like, oh yeah, what do you do with that shit, right? Your family's selling you off to a person like that. Yeah. But I love the idea that it was actually that no, the mother is doing what the headmistress told her to do, right? And that's the situation, and it just becomes so clear. Ah, yes, he never speaks to another woman, like all of this stuff, right? And it's just like, oh my god.
So he has been at the mercy in a really, really fun kind of twisted way of another woman who survived.
Right.
All of the palace stuff that she had to deal with when she was young as well is now basically running things here. Like, she owns this place. Maybe not everything, but enough that she is in control.
At the very least, she certainly will be once he becomes shogun, right? Once the current shogun passes.
Exactly,
you know?
exactly. Yeah. And it's a fun dynamic that this show has basically brought up, which is the struggle of what it is to be a woman, especially in a society and time where you're not just property, but you're also like not you're disposable in terms of being property, and that's terrifying. And we've seen what people are, forced to actually have to do in order to survive.
Yep.
But in this situation where we have all the and this is actually like a classic thing. There's certain types of trauma specifically that can be passed on from parent to child specifically, where we don't know. And I love that this is something that's almost not important. It's not relevant for the story here. But we had the whole thing of the eyes of the blacksmith,
right?
The hands of
Ringo,
and then the stammer of the prince.
Nice.
We don't know whether his was birth or if that was actually because of the mother.
And
she gave him a full-on complex because she dominated him so much for her own, benefit and safety.
This is the thing I will have control over, since everything else has been basically taken from me, and
or I've had to trade off things in order to survive those things. Yeah.
Right.
And now some other woman is coming in to take my son. That is an actual psychological issue that a lot of mothers have specifically with their sons specifically. And so the idea that we're leaning into that, but even stronger here,
compounded by all the issues of the day,
all the issues of the day, but then even more so leaning into the idea that because the woman coming in to take your son away is actually being accepted into the house, it is being brought in, it's the here's your cage. Come, little bird. Come, little bird. And I'll bring you into my fold here. There could have been a whole complicated other plot inside of things that we would have gone into that would have been fascinating and interesting and full of drama and stuff. But that's
everything's gonna explode.
Everything's gonna explode and be on fire and it's gonna die. I just love that was taken so seriously and so just precisely to the point of terror.
Right.
And for Akemi before she ends up freeing him in the slightest way through something that I thought just touched me emotionally, and that's the idea that she realized that he's dominated by shame, and that's one, a good read for her, but two, that's in a lot of ways what almost everybody in this show is dominated by.
Oh, okay.
Basically.
Okay.
Almost everybody.
Sure. Taigen, the shame of his defeat, right? Mizu, just the shame of having been persecuted for her whole existence and into all of that stuff, right? Maybe not the antagonists because,
Right.
Ringo,
in a lot of ways, the shame of basically being I'm useless and I don't have anything to give, and so now I'm obsessed with being great,
Right, being great and being acknowledged and accepted, right, wherever he can, right, doing those little things that will make him useful to
people. Totally. But I feel like that's not unique to everybody. Wants to be accepted and brought in. I would say if anything, the point is when the swordsman asked him what do you want? He actually when you get down to his core, he doesn't want to just be liked and accepted. He wants to be I want to be somebody.
Yeah.
And it's that little bit of ego, that little bit of desire to be I am not somebody right now.
Right.
And the only reason you come to that point is that you have shame, basically.
Right, to be someone that he can basically be proud of.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's effectively what he means when he says great.
Yeah. And I love that in this setting, in this world where shame is the culture. That's literally the whole, that's one of the great modus operandi of the whole culture here. Then we have people that are basically stepping on top of that and pushing that shame into the ground and burying it and burning it. And
is also why
reforging
Abijah
themselves.
is such a one of the reasons why he's such a wonderful antagonist, right?
Yeah.
Because he's the sort of antithesis of that, right? Where I think
he's
this is
shameless.
Right, he's shameless, and I think that was
the-
even something that the other like people with him said of him very early on in the show.
Oh yeah, it might have been really
right where it's
early
just like,
what do we do with you?
What do we do with you? You know,
He's absolutely psychotic. And
Yeah.
yes, there is a horrific mix that you can get with shamelessness that
Right.
can lead to an absolute psychotic monster.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the combination of all the other things. That's not to do with being shameless. That's
right. It's the shameless and amoral. Oh no. Oh God. You know?
Oh God.
Yeah.
And also filled with spite, hate, and a desire to
you could
see
actually
others suffer.
As a potential like pushback on a specific part of it, maybe that's actually why Ringo is so important, is that he's someone who has been shamed his entire life, but he doesn't actually hold on to it. He wants to be great and all of that stuff.
Sure.
But it comes from a genuine, pure-hearted desire rather than like, oh, this is something I'm burdened with, right? And that's why he needs to be around Mizu and why Mizu needs to learn from him, because he is absolutely shameless, right?
Oh, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, in that he's experienced it, but he has not become it.
Right. And that's where he has, while Mizu is teaching him things about, being a samurai or how to fight or, whatever, right? He's also teaching her that. But
yeah, and so now everybody's acting, everybody's moving. Nobody is static at the moment.
Yeah.
That's exciting. That's fun. The kind of reforging sex scene kind of mix there was fun because I get it as more of like they're transforming. Both of these women are finding the means to evolve and adapt, basically.
Right.
They're receiving impurity. And they're not rejecting it. They're accepting it. And the idea that the impurity makes them stronger, it reforges them into swords that can actually be unbreakable.
Right. Oh yeah, like there's some
cool parallels there.
It's something where the story was setting up an absolutely awesome direction for the show with Akemi and the Shogun's son and all that stuff that I was fully on board, like excited to see. I was like, oh, this shit's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And then we get the twist that her dad was in on it and like, oh fuck, like,
right.
All right.
He's the exact kind of man to have on the inside in that regard.
Yeah.
Because what's fun here is that he's one of the few, many, or however many people that are going to help make this easier for Abijah and company here.
Yep.
But there's also that fun part where he's also set up for his demise, basically, in that he thinks he'll be able to control this monster coming into the castle.
Right, and let's be real. Like, the way that this probably went down is that, okay, he's wanting to get Akemi into the position of the most power possible, right?
Yeah.
Because originally
but he is wanting himself to have.
Oh no, absolutely. Well. But originally he was like, okay, he was able to be convinced that she could wed Taigen, right? And then so this whole plan with the Shogun, that's something where he basically ended up being in a convenient position where then they could be like, okay, we need, like, we're gonna take down the Shogun, but we need something extra, right? And then, oh hey, he comes along, and all right, then they can use him. He gets brought into the fold.
Why does it have to be that sequence?
Well, because he's clearly not the one mainly planning it, right? It's
Abijah. No. But he could have had this whole plan with Abijah and everybody and Shindo and everything long before their marriage stuff was even going through. Like,
but then he wouldn't have ever accepted her marrying Taigen.
Well, wasn't Taigen just a Like, wasn't that just a pivot switch? Like,
well, I mean, he liked Taigen for a lot of the. Yes, he reminds me of myself, a great
right,
warrior,
right.
all that stuff.
The
But
decision happened in the show.
Yeah.
But you're saying that it happened at the very end here?
Well, I don't think if he's in bed with people that are like, we're gonna take down the shogun and all that stuff. Also, her partner hadn't been. As far as I know, it had not been established at the beginning of the show, right? It was we're presenting all these different lords that will come and basically purchase you and all that stuff. And of course, she doesn't like that. And then he ends up managing to basically lock down the trade deal of a lifetime of, I'm actually going to sell you off to the shogun's son, right? And that was one of those things that always kind of made me like scratch my head a bit of like, okay, maybe she's just this beautiful or whatever, or something like that. But that seems like the kind of thing that would actually be very difficult and very impressive, right? And given that the show was focusing on Akemi's response to that, right? It's not about how crazy it was that this happened, it's how she thinks and feels about it.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, you don't have to focus too much on the fact that it happened. But that's one of the reasons that I love this twist, because it's like, oh yeah, that's probably one of the things that helped clinch the deal, right? Where it's like I'm trying to get my daughter set up, basically.
He had other people making sure that the prince, basically the shogun's son, like looked this way and chose her.
Yeah, basically, right? Because it's all part of the scheme.
So then it wasn't something that was reflexively decided in the moment when the lady came up and was like, "Hey, there's a plot here."
Wait, no, that's not what I was trying to say at all.
When are you saying this happened? Because I don't see how...
it was decided that she would marry the shogun's son. That was something that was set up before she ran, but the idea that it was something that was established in the show, right? That the ability of him to basically lock her in as being the person who would marry the shogun's son is probably because he ended up getting involved in some way with Fowler and his group, basically.
Okay. Yeah, okay. It's I guess it doesn't matter when it happened, other than yes, it definitely happened after the Taigen breakup.
Right.
But yeah, Okay. Yeah.
The whole bit with Mizu writing the script on herself, that was badass as all fuck. I loved the aesthetic of that. That was so unbelievably cool. And then that also being the way that she can basically apologize to Ringo and be like, hey, I'm acknowledging that I need help here. I can't do everything myself. Even something just as simple as, can you write on my back? That was great. I thought that was a very fun and concise way to have the emotions be expressed in that kind of, we're not going to directly talk about the stuff that is underneath the surface, but through this act, you're going to know that I understand and that I'm sorry, right? I thought that was great.
Yeah.
And also it just was a fantastic visual, but yeah.
All right, we got a finale. It's gonna be a doozy. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.